Welcome to week 13. We are in the final stretch of this course. There's really no new instructional material. These last few weeks are going to be all about giving you time to wrap up the two major projects of the course, the TIP and the Google Classroom. This week, the main goal is going to be to focus on getting some feedback on the current state of your Google Classroom projects through beta testing, which basically just means you're going to have a couple of other members of the class kind of work their way through your Google Classroom lesson as if they were students so that they can give you any feedback that they have about how the experience went. Did they understand what they were supposed to do? Did the links work? Did everything look good? And so on and so on, so that you can then incorporate that feedback into your final work on the project. So in terms of how that beta testing is going to work, I've set up a sign up wiki in week 13. And what you will do is sort of twofold. Each of you has a spot here. Your job for your classroom is to post the invite link for your Google Classroom so that others can join it. To do that, and I've posted this up here, you go to your Google Classroom, click on the people icon. Then there's an icon for inviting students. It looks like a little silhouette of a body with a plus sign next to it. And then that will give you a link called an invite link. If you copy that link, you will then be pasting it next to your project so that the people who are going to beta test your project are able to join the class. The other thing that I'm giving you is a spot for you to put a date available. And this will give you control over when you are ready to have others take a look at your projects. The projects do not need to be completed in order to be beta tested. They just need to be far enough along that you'll be getting some meaningful feedback on them. So don't feel like you have to have it 100% finished. And if you're beta testing somebody else's, realize that it is probably not 100% finished. But this date available will allow you to tell your beta testers sort of at what point do you feel like it's ready to be tested. You can either put in a date, or if it's ready to go, you could also put something in there that just says like ready now or good to go or something like that. Then the other thing is each of you is going to sign up to beta test two other projects. And what you will do in that case is come in here, edit the wiki content, and then go to the ones that you want to add yourself to. Make sure that there's an empty space available. There should only be 2 beta testers per project. So you'll come in, edit the page, and then just next to, wherever the empty spot is, you'll put your name and sort of claim that spot. And you can claim these spots before the person has posted their invite link and the date available, just to kind of reserve your spot. So if you know there's a wiki or there's somebody, or not a wiki, a project that you want to take a look at, then you can go ahead and grab those beta testing spots even before the projects are available. If you do that, just keep checking back regularly until you see when the link is posted and when the project is available. So then you as the beta tester will be going into that site and taking a look at it. Pretend that you're a student. You should have the Google Classroom sites should have the ID plan posted near the top. I also would like to ask everybody to make sure that you have added a forum, a resource, a question resource into your classroom at the top somewhere so that the people beta testing your project have somewhere they can leave some feedback. So make sure that's up there ready to go. But then when you beta test, you'll go through the site, just click on links, take a look at everything, see if it all makes sense, and then just post your feedback to that forum that should be at the top of the Google Classroom site. So that's basically the activity. So focus on getting your own project close enough that you can have some people look at it. Post the information into the wiki to let people know how to get to your classroom and when it will be available. and then also sign up to be the beta tester for 2 other projects. And as soon as they're ready, go in, do the beta testing, provide the feedback. And this can happen over the course of this next week, or it could take, a little further if you need a little bit more time to get it ready. But we are starting to get down to the end, and I want you to have time to incorporate the feedback that you get from this into your projects if need be. Beyond that, TIP projects, everything that you need to finish those projects up is now available. Phase 4 is technically due next week, but you can also get started on the final assembly. And I know through some questions I've gotten that several of you have already started doing that. Take a look back at last week's class for all the information on that. Production forums are all done at this point, including the assessment one from last week. So you can take a look back and just make sure that you've completed all of those production forum activities. And, obviously starting to wrap up these Google Classroom projects. So just engage with the beta testing over the next week, continue to finish those up and to make sure that they look the way you want them to look and have all the information posted that they need. Next week is just going to be a work week. There will not be any class or anything next week. And then we have our final class meeting the week after, where we will all meet on WebEx. And the goal that week will just be to do some final closure activities and kind of report out on how everything went this semester. So this is it. This is heading into the final stretch. As always, continue to reach out with any questions you may have. And I will see you all in 2 weeks for our final class meeting. All right, enjoy your week. Let me know if you have questions, and I'll see you all soon.